Hello, everyone, and thanks for watching. The title of my presentation is Sustainable Program Management, Hierarchical Causal Systems. And below are details of my profile and how to reach me. Highlights of the model. Model is hierarchical, conceptually based on Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's inclusive, holistic, generic, bottom-up strategy, and causality based. Objectives. General. To strengthen and standardize program management protocols. To address existing nuances, highlighting the synergies that exist among the different hierarchical levels of the model. Specific objectives. Streamline program management by improving and refining causal links at all hierarchical levels. Mitigate program duplication. Establish authentic contribution between different hierarchical levels. Establish meaningful synergies among different hierarchical levels, emphasizing systematic and logical implementation. The relevance. The model improves intended and unintended intervention objectives and makes foreign aid more focused with evidence-based results. It establishes more effective, continuous, and sustainable synergies among frontline forces, implementing agencies, funding agencies, stakeholders, and beneficiaries. The target audience includes funding agencies, implementing agencies, program managers, relevant stakeholders, program evaluators, and development agencies. Here is my version of a program life cycle, and the stages range from conceptualization through implementation in the middle, where you have monitoring and evaluation, and right through the final evaluation to assess the impact of the program. The themes: health, education, environment, governance, poverty, judiciary, agriculture, and social security are some of the themes that are included in the model. In this model, the program definition is as follows. A program is defined as different thematic and complementary subsets or projects, micro, designed to effectively contribute in tandem to a common set, macro. And note, if there is only one project funded and implemented, then project is equal to program. And the following is a graphic representation of the narrative we just saw. And it starts from the inception stage, where there are no program, no projects, right through implementation. And at the end, we exit with more awareness of what has been implemented and what has not been implemented. The next slide is the model itself. The model itself is a conditional framework with a pyramid surrounded by an enabling environment that defines, influences the outcome of every step of the ladder. The bus on the side of the pyramid has three significant meanings. The first is metaphoric, synonymous with blacks escaping bondage in the south of the US to freedom in the north of the US, specifically Canada. And this is similar to vulnerable communities moving from capacity building to transparency. The second meaning of the bus is with regard to speed. And the speed ranges from an acceleratingly fast aircraft on the one end, and on the other side of the spectrum, an excruciatingly slow train. The middle ground was the bus, and you see the bus climbing from capacity to transparency. And finally, BUS for the bus stands for bottom up strategy, which is one of the objectives of the model. Finally, the model is surrounded by an enabling environment, which is defined later in the presentation. Pyramid definition. Enabling environment is one of the steps of the pyramid, and every step of the pyramid has a definition. An example is here to illustrate what happens as we move from one step to the next. Here, enabling environment is defined as the availability of appropriate, relevant, and sustainable laws, policies, political stability, advocacy of effective coordination mechanisms, and strategies to enable the successful realization of plan objectives, outcomes, and contributing to an overall goal. Conclusion. In concluding, results of foreign aid and international development continue to be mixed. There is both compelling anecdotal and scientific evidence that foreign aid outcomes have ranged from dismal to reasonable. Many beneficiaries continue to live in squalid conditions. Poverty remains ubiquitous, despite reports to the contrary. An improved quality of life in vulnerable populations remains a distant dream. Finally, above all, Western countries have woefully failed to meet their own pledges to donate 0.7% of their GDP to low and middle income countries. Only a disappointing number of countries, 4, have achieved this objective. The Paris Declaration that was promulgated to address most developmental concerns has been quite disappointing too. Hence, an urgent need for a streamlined and effective paradigm shift is not only required but necessary. Carrot Bus is one attempt to fill these gaps. And finally, here is the front cover of my book, which is available on the following website. Thank you very much and look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.